So for the last few months, I've been needing to rewash my dishes just about every time I've used my dishwasher. Food remains stuck to the plates and dishes despite the machine being loaded correctly. And after watching a YouTube video from a channel called Technology Connections about dish detergent, I decided to compare dishwashing detergent pods and powders myself to figure out the best one for my machine and in general. So I've been spending the last week researching the benefits of these products and using both to figure out which one's the better option. Ultimately, I've come to the conclusion that powders, while offering slightly less convenience, give the user more options, similar performance, and much better savings over time than detergent pods. So to begin, let's look at the convenience of pods and how they compare to using powders. So the convenience of using a pod instead of having to measure out your powder is a big selling point for pods. While it is certainly more convenient to use a pod, I would argue that the time and energy saved by using one is fairly minimal. When you look at pods, they are less messy. You save about 10 seconds of work, and there's no guesswork involved. The dose is already measured out. However, with powder, it is more messy, but if you spill a little bit of detergent on the lid of your washer, it's not going to harm the wash. Many dishwashers actually come with their pre-wash segments on the top of the lid so that when you close the door, it just falls out. And the proper amount of detergent, you really only have to figure out once. A lot of washers are going to have that fill line, and for others, you can use, say, a tablespoon and then adjust as necessary. Each pod contains a consistent amount of detergent, and this amount is meant to be effective in a broad range of dishwashers. However, if your dishwasher falls outside of this range, powder may give you more options. So detergent pods advertise that one pod is the perfect size and amount of detergent for a full load of dishes. However, there are a lot of factors that go into a proper amount of detergent. For one, there's the hardness of your water. Hard water needs more detergent and soft water needs less detergent. According to an article from GE Appliances, some cases require both the main wash and pre-wash sections to be filled completely with detergent, and for cases of very soft water, sometimes just the main wash needs to be filled only about a third of the way. Another factor is the soil level. More soiled dishes may require more detergent. According to an ultimate dishwashing guide from Finish, the right amount of detergent can be anything from 2 teaspoons to 3 tablespoons. When using detergent powder, a little extra can be placed in the pre-wash section of your dishwasher to add detergent to the first rinse cycle. Now, with pods, this is not an option. However, with pods, they also claim that you do not need to pre-wash your dishes at all. However, this wording in some articles has changed from pre-wash to pre-rinse, such as with your kitchen sink. And the reason for this is because this happens anyway, unless you specifically set it not to. The first cycle of your dishwasher doesn't use detergent, it just rinses the dishes with water. So by not using the cycle, you may decrease the effectiveness of your dishwasher. With this in mind, I want to take a look at how detergent pods compensate for this lack of detergent in the pre-wash cycle. So you may notice that the pods themselves have compartments full of liquid, and the packaging claims that these are more concentrated. So I looked at the smart labels and chemical safety data sheets of powders and pods to determine exactly what these additional ingredients are and what they do. And without getting into too much of the chemical side of things, they include water softeners, shine boosters, scale reducers, and some other cleaning chemicals. So these ingredients would suggest that these pods solve a lot of problems that traditional powder doesn't. However, most of these problems can also be solved with relatively inexpensive and long-lasting products, such as Rinse-Aid, specific dishwasher cleaner, or in some cases, just by using a little bit more detergent, such as in the pre-wash compartment. So with that in mind, I want to take a look at the cost of using pods versus using powder. I checked the prices of the example brand that I'm using, Cascade Complete, on Walmart and Amazon and compared that with the prices I got these items for in the store. So for Cascade Complete powder, This box costs between $6 and $7, and you get 75 ounces. Now, using those same finish guidelines from earlier, this would mean that you get anywhere from 50 to 250 uses out of this one box. However, in most cases, this is going to be somewhere between 60 and 100 if you're using your dishwasher's fill line, or the fairly common measurement of 1 tablespoon of detergent. So then for pods, for 78 pods, which is exactly 78 washes, this costs between $16 to $20. And so, crunching the numbers, per wash, using a pod costs about 26 cents per wash, and using powder costs between 4 to 9 cents per wash. So powder is overall cheaper to use than detergent pods. So to summarize what we've gone over, using powder over pods results in clean dishes, more loads at a lower price, and the ability to tailor your detergent usage to your machine, though it is slightly less convenient. And at the end of the day, these pods work fine for a lot of people. However, the main contributing factor in me choosing to talk about dish detergent today is that when using pods, I was not satisfied with the performance of my dishwasher. Now that I've made the switch to powder, I can do my dishes without having to sort through which dishes just need to go right back in because they still have food stuck to them. And I can save money while I'm doing it. If you aren't satisfied with the performance of your dishwasher and you are using these pods, it might be worth it to consider the switch from pods to powder.